Yes. And we are talking about ways you can use and make sure your relationship lasts long. Okay. These years of issues in relationships, partnership, what do you do so that your relationship does not have issues, so that you be sure that your relationship will last long and you will now use it to avoid loneliness? We have known that loneliness has become a public issue, has become a national issue, has even become an international issue. We are devising means of avoiding loneliness, especially for old age. Okay, information has it that, and studies that were carried out years past has it that people that retired, that were able to live and be happy with themselves after retirement age, were people that had good, wonderful, loving relationships back home. Then those that didn't have any relationship, didn't have any support system, didn't have any any emotional kind of no relationship, no love life, those that didn't have it, within 5 years of retirement, they passed on. The great number of people, that great percentage of those that passed on after 5 years of retirement, were those that didn't have love relationship, that didn't have any relationship that they could rely on, that they could fall back on. So just 5 years after retirement, they passed on. So that's why we have to look at what to do to make sure our relationship is top notch and is something that we can rely on and something that we can build our faith on. So those are the things we are going to look at today. Catchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform, where we come to find love, come to find partners, come to find our soulmates, come to find love, come to connect with people that will have a long-term relationship with. So if you are there and you want to come to tell us about your spouse, you want to come to tell us about yourself, come to tell us about what you want in relationship, send me an invite. I'll bring you up so that you come to the screen and tell us what you want in a spouse, and or tell us who you want or the kind of a partner you want, so that people can do the connection here now, and the relationship can start off. Okay. So if you are there and you are interested, send me an invite. I'll bring you up to the screen so that you come and tell us about the kind of a partner you need. Okay. Just send me, I will bring you up. Send an invite, I'll bring you up. Okay. So we're talking about partnership, love relationship that they can, rely on. What do you do so that this relationship matures, so that this relationship is enjoyable? The 5 ways, the ways you can use to build up a relationship. We said one of the ways you can use to make sure you have a good relationship, a relationship that can be there for you, that will help you to curb the loneliness that is now becoming a national issue, is by you making sure that your relationship is built. You make a conscious effort to build this relationship. Relationships do not happen by chance. You should be ready to do the work in this relationship. You should be able to sacrifice good quality time and make sure your relationship is such that you can be sure that you have done the work and your partner has noticed your work, and or your partner has done the work and you have noticed the work, and you're able to put in your own work too, or he is able to put in his own work, because friendship does not happen by chance. Relationships do not thrive by only one person's effort alone. It's an effort from two parties. From the parties, two parties involved have to work on it, they have to develop on it. You have to know yourself the way you should know yourself, to the extent that you will be able to say, yes, I have a relationship with such a person. The extent that you will be able to say, yes, I have a relationship with such a person. The first thing we talked about on how to make the relationship to work very well is you, you don't devote time on social media alone. While in this relationship, it's not only social media you depend on. It's not only text messages, video calls. You make a time to be there physically. Visit your spouse, visit your partner. If you are two geographical areas, or there's a distance between two of you, you can either make a time to be meeting at a level place. He comes halfway, you come halfway. I remember a situation where there was this spouse. He had a partner. The partner was in Ukraine, and one partner was in Nigeria. And for them to be able to maintain this relationship and make it to be vibrant and lively, they devised a means of meeting both each other, had a way of meeting at Dubai. They felt Dubai was a middle ground for the two of them. So anytime they fixed a meeting time, one the lady would leave Nigeria and go to Dubai, and the guy would leave Ukraine and go to Dubai. They were meeting at Dubai at least to solidify the relationship, to build the relationship, to groom it, to nurture it, which you must do. If you don't do that, the relationship will not thrive. It will not thrive. Only phone calls, video calls, text messages, emails are not enough. We know, yes, social media, but then you have to also make a time to visit each other physically and bond better and get to know each other better. So making a time for this purpose is very important for relationships to thrive. You give time. Yes, in your time schedule things are hard, but then you have to know that these relationships, they matter a lot. There has been a lot of stories, a lot of, now it's a public issue, it's an international issue, talking about loneliness, how loneliness is even worse than terrorist attack these days. Yeah, there's a bold statement that loneliness is clearing off or sending people to early grave faster than terrorist attacks. I don't know how, don't quote me. I will just play the VN for you to listen and to know what they said. I'm not the one that said it. Okay. So when I play it, you also listen to it, and then you go and carry out your own research and know whether it is true or not, and then know how seriously this relationship matter has gone, should be taken. Because when you don't know a thing, you take it for granted, you take chances. But when you know a particular thing, you know how to handle it, you know how to follow it up. So that is what I'm trying to say. You're welcome to Creative Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. If you're there and you want a partner, you want a soulmate, come up to the screen and let's look for the partner together. You tell us your location, your age, your genotype, your blood group, and tell us the kind of a spouse you're looking for. Who knows, your spouse might even be there at the comment section waiting for you to turn up. So just come up and let's see together. Then if you don't want to come up to the screen after the live, I'll drop a contact that will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking. At that place, you might just get your yourself hooked up. Who knows? Or if you don't want to go there, you can just drop your information for us, your name, your genotype, your blood group, your location, and describe the kind of a spouse you need, and we'll do the connection there for you. So you're welcome. This Sketchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship platform where we come to seek advice, seek counsel, seek information about relationship, about parenting, and we come to find love. We do matchmaking here. So if you are interested in matchmaking, can come up to the screen and let's see it together. Let's do it together. Okay. So as I said, ways to make sure that these relationships they thrive. You build your relationship, nurture it, and bring it to a stage where it will be vibrant for you, because the easiest way to avoid loneliness, the easiest way to avoid issues of loneliness is by you having your own partner, having your soulmate. You're welcome. James Driver, you're welcome. Thank you very much. We are talking about soulmate, partners, relationship. If you are there and you want a partner, you want a relationship, you want to get yourself attached to somebody, if you can come up to the screen, you come up to the screen and let's look at it together. Tell us about yourself, your location, your name, your genotype, your blood group, and the kind of a partner you want. And who knows, your partner might just be at the comment section waiting for you to turn up so that there can be a connection. If you don't want it that way, if you want to join us in our community, we have a community where we do matchmaking. I'll drop the link after the comment section. You like a Nigerian wife? Yes, you can come up to the screen and tell us yourself, tell us where you are, your genotype, your blood group, your location, the age range of the lady you want. Is it a tall, dark Nigerian lady, or a fair lady, slim lady, or a chubby lady? We need all those information so that we'll be able to work on it for you. So you can come up to the screen and just let's hear from you by yourself, or you can drop the information at your conversation. We need to know your location, your name, your age, Okay, what to do for a living, and let's also know the kind of a spouse you need. Is it a tall, slim, huge, and what age range? So I will know how to work on it. So far so good. Yeah. Okay. Do whereby. Oh, the information I need them. I need information about your name, your full name, your location, or your resident where you live, and your state of origin, country of origin. Then let's know about the kind of work you are doing, and then tell us the kind of a spouse you need, the kind of a lady you need. You need a tall lady, slim lady. What is the age range? 20 years to 30 years, or 30 years to 35 years. Let's know. That's how we'll be able to work on it. So that's what to do. Matchmaking. We'll have a community where we'll do matchmaking. After this live, I've dropped the contact, so that if you want to join us in our community, you click the link. It will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking. Every Sunday we'll go live to do matchmaking from that our community. Either we'll meet on Google Meet, or we'll meet on WhatsApp calls to do the matchmaking there. Okay. So if you send me that information, I'll work on it. We'll work on it. So far so good. This KT Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship platform. We talk about relationship. We talk about connection. We talk about love. We talk about meeting spouses. We talk about issues. If you have a challenge, if you have an issue about your relationship, or you have an information, George, you're welcome. Can you cut my hair for me? What do you mean? I'll remove this hair. You don't like my hair, me? I'll remove the hair. I have a very beautiful sleeve. I'll remove the hair. So if that's an issue, I've removed the hair. So as I was saying, we have a vibrant community where we do matchmaking, where we talk about relationships, talk about spouses, we talk about what we need in our lives, and the kind of a person you need. You can just connect up with your spouse there at the platform. Okay. So, but the topic today is how you make the most of your relationship, how you groom your relationship and make the most of it. Because these days we are talking about loneliness. It has been said that loneliness is sending more people to early grave than terrorism. I can play the VN for everybody to hear, because it has been an issue, it has been a challenge, it's something that the whole world is talking about, that loneliness has to be, we have to work against loneliness. And one of the easiest ways to avoid loneliness is by you having your partner. You have either a wife, a soulmate, or a partner, a civil partner, or just somebody you can call yourself, call your own. And how do you do it? You need to build that relationship. Either you have a relationship already, you need to build it to make sure it is a vibrant and a good one, a sweet one, or you need to find one. Here at KT Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform, we connect people to their soulmates, to their spouses, to their friends, and we also connect them to their wives. If you are looking for a wife, this is the way to get his wife from. And if you're looking for a soulmate, whoa, this is the location. If you are looking for a partner, this is your own area to get a wife. Come up to the screen, tell the people, tell us the kind of a person you are, your age, your location, what you do for a living, and tell us about the kind of a spouse you need. You need a tall girl, you need a slim girl, you need just the age range too, so that your spouse or your partner will know about it and come up. Okay, so if you want to come up to the screen, send me an invite. I'll bring you up, so that your partner might just see you and come up, and you can interact with each other. Who knows, a match could be made now. So as I said, we're talking about what you must do, what you can do to make sure that your relationship is good, to make it work, to make it a vibrant one. What are the things you must put in place? It was said that you have to give yourself quality time. You have quality time, give quality time to this relationship, work on it, build on it, devote time to it, not just on phone calls or video calls or text messages. Make a time to meet your partner often. Plan out a situation whereby you people meet each other and talk to each other and get to know each other better, ask questions, check out your challenges of the relationship, and if he or she has issues, You will be able to help in any way you know best. It's going to make the relationship to be okay, to thrive, to go from good to best, or from good to better, and better to best. Then you have to arrive at a compromise. Learn how to be flexible. Try to be accommodative. Accommodate each other. Both parties are from two different backgrounds. Even if you are from the same womb, even if you are identical twins, no two individuals are exactly the same. So there are certain things you have to work on, and there are certain things she has to work on, and that will now make two of you to be at a level ground, a level playground, so that one party does not feel cheated, or person one party does not feel compromised. If you're able to compromise, if you're able to accommodate each other, to work out compatibility in the terms of your sex relationship, let there be no extremists in that aspect. Let it be a way that two parties will be comfortable with it. You're talking about values. Let the values be such that you'll be able to talk about it with an open mind. Speak your mind and let your partner speak his or her mind, and you'll be able to know the areas to work on, to make sure that two of you are in agreement in your beliefs, in your desires, in your expectations, in your values. Try to arrive at a compromise so that you two will enjoy the relationship. That's how the relationship will grow and thrive. The area of communication, make sure you're able to constantly be in communication with each other. Don't assume he knows a particular thing. He may not know it, and you may think he knows. It might be that just that a little explanation might be what he or she needs to be able to understand you very well. Try to always make sure you people are connecting with each other, emotionally connected. Find out if the relationship is going the way you want it. If it's not going the way you want it, find out on time where the problem is coming from, and know how to address it. You should be able to know how to address conflicts. You should be able to know how to resolve conflicts. If the relationship is not going the direction you want it, identify the problem on time and try to solve it on time. Don't wait for it to grow to a point where you will not be able to handle it before you look at it, before you look into it. That's what I said. You create quality time for the relationship, and make sure that you watch it grow into what you want it to be. Give it the direction. Friendship does not happen by chance. Relationship does not happen by chance. It takes conscious effort. Both parties have to work on it and make it to grow. Welcome to Kitchen Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. As I said, this is where we make matchmaking. We find our loved ones, find our partners, find our spouses. This is where we do matchmaking. This is where we get information about relationship. We find advice, we get advice, and we listen to people's challenges and provide solutions to them. This is where we connect for a long time relationship. And if you are there, you want to come up to the screen to tell us about yourself, come up and tell us about yourself, and tell us about the kind of a spouse you want, so that we'll be able to work on it for you. If you don't want to come up to the screen, you want to drop the information on the comment section. Drop your information in the comment section, your name, your location, your age, the kind of a partner you need. Drop it there at the comment section. I'll pick it from there and work on it together. Or you can join us in our community. After life, I'll drop a link that will take you to our community where we'll do matchmaking. Who knows, your spouse might be there waiting for you to just turn up. So I am going to play one VN that will make all of us to know that this idea relationship is now what everybody should work on. You should work on your relationship and make it to thrive, to avoid loneliness. Loneliness has become a national issue. It has become even an international issue. Many governments are doing things, trying to do things to make sure that people are not lonely, because loneliness has been known to be a major problem in longevity now. Let me just play it so that I can listen to it and hear me out.
I'm talking about loneliness. It is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, as lethal as consuming 6 alcoholic drinks a day. I know the festival season is here, so you may not want to talk about loneliness, but let's just say if you're visiting your loved ones during the holidays, you may want to make a regular habit of that to stave off an early trip to the grave. Sounds morbid, but hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm not saying this. A new study is. Here's what it says. When people don't socialize with friends or family, the risk of early death increases by 39%. So does the risk of death from heart disease by 53%. For those who also live alone, it gets worse. They have a 77% higher risk of early death and an even higher risk of dying from heart disease or stroke. Before I tell you why, let's cover the basics. What is loneliness? It is the gap between the level of connectedness you want and what you have. And it's not the same as being alone. It is not the same as social isolation either. Loneliness is a subjective feeling. People can have a lot of contacts, a big family, many friends, and still feel lonely. Now, loneliness is not all bad. In small doses, it is like hunger or thirst. It's a healthy sign. It shows that you're missing something. But when that is prolonged over time, it can be deadly. Here's why. The human brain has evolved to seek safety in numbers, so it views loneliness as a threat. When lonely, the brain's danger monitor goes into overdrive. It triggers a fight or flight response. Your heart rate rises, your blood sugar and pressure levels increase, in case you need more energy for a fight. More inflammatory cells are produced to repair damage. You begin to view other people as potential threats, not friends. And this creates a vicious cycle. You fear loneliness, which makes you lonelier, leading to strokes and heart disease, even dementia, inflammation, poor immunity, depression, personality disorders, and suicide. And this is not as rare as you may think. 33% of adults are lonely the world over. The highest number is in Brazil, followed by Turkey, India, Saudi Arabia, Italy, and South Africa. In fact, studies say loneliness kills far more people in the West each year than terrorists and murderers. That's an absurd statistic. But loneliness is allowed to loom large simply because of its absurdity. It is a rare and strange malady. We know what it is, we know how to cure it. It also costs relatively little, yet it's difficult to beat. Because we live in a paradoxical world. Today, the world is more connected than ever through phones, social media, Zoom calls, you name it. But this is making us more isolated. Loneliness has nearly doubled between 2012 and 2018, which coincides with the explosion of social media use. And now an entire generation is at risk. Entire new generations are at risk, in fact. Polls find that young adults are twice as likely as seniors to report loneliness. Because time with screens cannot substitute for time with humans. The steps to tackle loneliness are not grand or high-tech. One of the best strategies is to simply be old school. Eat meals together, hold parties, hang out to eat ice cream or play a sport. Get to know your neighbor. It could be anything you like. Just do it at least once a month with someone else in flesh and blood or over a call. Word of caution, playing a virtual ping pong of Instagram reels does not count. At this point, loneliness is an epidemic. So it's not just an individual problem, it's a health crisis that demands government attention. So they must get involved too. In fact, Britain did. It got a Minister of Loneliness in 2018. It sounds bizarre. A Minister of Loneliness is less obvious than a Minister of Defense or Finance. But many countries think that this post is now necessary. Like Japan and Sweden, they too have ministers for loneliness or social affairs. There have been calls in Australia and other countries for the same post too. Some nations have also employed other creative measures. The UK, Sweden, Ireland, and Australia have adopted what they call a chatty bench. That's what it's called. A chatty bench, a park bench, where strangers can talk to each other. So the solutions may be different, but my point is quite simple. As a species, humans are not meant to be lonely. We have to form close connections, like our life depends on it, because it does. Philosophers say you die alone. What they don't tell you is that it may happen a lot sooner if you're lonely.
So far, so good. We've had the importance of connection. That's why we are spending time on the topic of connection, connecting with our spouse, connecting with people, connecting with your life partner, connecting with your soulmate, getting yourself connected to have a relationship, to have a partnership, to have a reason to live long and live a happy life. At Ketchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship platform, will get you connected to your spouse, to your partner, to your soulmate. Come up to the screen, talk to us about your relationship issues, about what challenges you are having. Let us put our minds together and know how to sort it. Or join us in our community where we have a vibrant community. People will join issues, join ideas, and help you out in your relationship. We have solutions even all over on Ketchy Vibe Matchmaking platform. We have tips, clips, video clips of how to build your relationship, how to make your relationship vibrant, how to make your relationship come alive, so that you don't have a lonely life, so that you avoid issues that come with loneliness. Loneliness comes with hypertension, with depression, with a lot of anxieties, inflammation, sicknesses. You just have to fight loneliness. And how do you fight loneliness? Is by having contact, having connection, having communication with people. Connect with your spouse, connect with your friends, connect with your relations, connect with your lover, connect with your soulmate. If you don't have anyone, find one. How do you maintain this relation? You build it, you put in an effort, give time, give energy, give synergy. Create time, not just on social media, not just on phone call, not just on video calls, but have a physical contact with your partner, talk over things, build on your relationship, find a level playground where both parties feel happy, not to be at one extreme and she is at the other extreme, making relationship not to be thriving, making relationship not to be easy. No, make the relationship to be easy, let both parties enjoy it, and work on making it to be a lasting one. A study that was carried out in the US years back has it that many percentage of people that passed on after retirement were people that didn't have vibrant relationships. They didn't have support system. They didn't have good relationship with no spouse, no partner, no love life. It was easy for them to pass on just barely 5 years after retirement. And those other people that were able to thrive, live, and be happy and are vibrant and alive and healthy with those that have good relationships, they had vibrant relationships, they had communication, good support system back home. So when they retired, they went back home to something, to a relationship, to a group, to a family life, to a love life, to a support system. And it made them to live happily and made them to live long. But those that didn't have any of these things, they were the group of people that passed on just 5 years after retirement. And that is why we are talking about relationships. If you don't have a relationship, find one now. Make a time to build it, to become what you should be, what you want, and what will make you happy. Work on it, build on it. Friendship does not happen by chance. Relationship does not happen by chance. It takes a conscious effort. Devote time, devote energy, devote resources for it, and make it work. It is working. How do you make it work? Constantly communicate with your spouse or your partner. Make a time to spend time together, quality time together, not just on phone calls or video calls. No, spend time together physically. Come to a compromise, come to a situation whereby both parties are feeling happy about the relationship. Don't be an extremist. Don't be at one end. I expect her to walk up to you to that end, but come to in your values, in your support, in your ideas, in your beliefs, in your desires, even your sex life. Come to a compromise, come to a middle playground where both parties will be happy. And take things step by step, step by step. Don't jump into this number 5 before you jump to number 3. No, it will bring chaos. Learn each other, learn how to handle situations, how to resolve conflicts, learn how to manage your finances. Make sure you have a stable family, a stable income flow before you move into a relationship that will require you to have marriage or to have children. Make sure your finances are stabilized, so that if there's any situation that brings about a child or something that happens and you people happen to be expecting a baby, the baby will not suffer. Your relationship will not suffer, because you already have a support system, you already have a financial base, you already have a solid, stable finances. Those are the things we talk about. And if you want your relation, you welcome George. Okay, George will be there. Okay. If you want a relationship that will really give you happiness, give you joy, you will plan for it, you work on it. It doesn't happen by chance. It takes a conscious effort. So that is what we're talking about, and that's what we have for you today on KC Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. If you want to come up to the screen and tell us about yourself, about your age, about your location, about the kind of a spouse you need, come up to the screen. Let's hear you out. Who knows? Your partner might just be somewhere they're waiting for you to come up, and there could be a connection now. And if you don't want to come up to the screen but you want a partner, we have a vibrant community. After this live program, I'll drop a link that will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking. And if you don't want to join us there, you can drop all your information on the screen here at the comment section, your location, your name, your age. Tell us the kind of a spouse you need, the kind of a, the location of the spouse that you want, and the age range, so that I'll be able to work on it for you. So that is it on KC Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. What you're taking home today is that you have to have a partner, you have to have a relationship, you have to have a connection, a connection that will make you to live a life that's free from loneliness. Loneliness has become an international issue that needs to be taken seriously and needs to be resisted. Resist it today by making conscious effort, by making yourself connected to your spouse, getting a connection, getting a friend, getting a partner, getting a soulmate, and lingering or working on it or building on it to make it to become a vibrant relationship that you can always rely on. A KC5 Matchmaker and Love Relationship Platform, that is what you do. And read about relationship, how to grow your relationship, how to make it thrive, how to make it work. The tips on what to do to make your relationship to be worth your while. Read about it at KC Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platforms. We have so many information, so many relationship tips, so many relationship advice that when you go through them, you'll be able to get yourself more equipped, better equipped to get a good relationship and maintain a good relationship. So far, so good. Thank you for tuning in today. This KC Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform will come on live once every 2 times every week to do matchmaking. So feel free. If you have not joined us, why don't you join us, follow us, start the notification bell, so anytime we come live like this or we drop a video, you'll be one of the first people that will know about it and get connected. And share this video. Let everybody know that relationships are very important now. That loneliness is an international problem now. Governments have involved themselves in helping people to fight loneliness, and we're also helping to fight loneliness by telling you to get connected, get yourself a spouse, a partner, a friend, a soulmate, a relationship that will make you to avoid loneliness, that will make you to live a happy life. Loneliness is causing a lot of issues. Loneliness is causing depression, heart attack, name it. And by getting connected, getting a spouse, getting a soulmate, getting a friend, you'll be able to avoid loneliness and will be able to avoid all those health issues and you live a happy life. Thank you very much for tuning in today. See you next time. Bye.